Okay, here we are with Centroids Part 2, and we're going to talk about the additive method when we're talking about complex shapes. You may remember that we've talked about this symbol right here is a capital sigma, and it stands for addition, sum, adding up all the things that are x over times a, and all the things that are a on bottom. So for instance, we have this complex shape. It's not quite a square and it's not quite a triangle. So we're going to have to combine a couple of different formulas here. And that we start off by dividing the shape into simple shapes that we do have formulas for. For instance, we could divide it into a rectangle, and a triangle. Because we have formulas for rectangles and triangles. And we need to decide where we're going to put the origin. We're going to put the origin right here. So we're going to do all our measurements starting at this point. Remember our formulas for area. These are located in your formula chart, but in case you don't remember, these are just our same formulas we've had from geometry. So the first thing we have to do is actually find the area of each shape. I'm going to go ahead and click through this, and if you need to pause the video to copy this down into your notes, you totally should do that. These can be written in the chart. Now we're going to find the centroid of each piece. How do you find the centroid for a rectangle? Well, remember, it's base divided by 2 and height divided by 2. For the triangle, which is this piece, remember it's 1/3 and 1/3. And then the last shape, 1/2 and 1/2. So this one would be a half, which would be 1.5. This one, why is it 4 when the base is 3? Well, 1/3 of 3 is 1 plus this extra 3 inches here. So you have to add those two pieces together to get where this one's going to be. And then for this one, half of 3 is 1.5. Added to this 3 gives us 4.5. Now they're going to do the vertical pieces the same way. Here I have to add this 3 inches with the 1 inch there. Now we're going to put this information on the chart. This is like the chart you have on your paper. X bar, that's the way we read this, X bar, that's the centroid's location. So that's going to be these horizontal distances because X goes horizontal. Area is going to be the area of each of these three. And then we just multiply X bar times A for each one of these. Then we do the same thing for Y. Notice the areas are the same in both of these charts because the area hasn't changed just because we're going to do the vertical part instead of the horizontal part. And again, in each case, we multiply going straight across. Now this says to sum up everything in this column. So we add these three numbers up and get the answer. Here, this means to sum everything in this column up. Add them up on your calculator and sum the answer. Put these numbers in your chart. Now we need to sum the areas. Add up the areas column and write it down. Put these numbers in your chart. Now to actually find the formula, if you recall on the previous page, it was this divided by this was the formula we had. So this divided by this gives us that the x dimension is 2.71. And this one happens to be symmetrical, so the y value happens to be the same. And it does have a line of symmetry right there. That's it for the additive method.